best continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taking you to 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready. 5-9. 52. Time to go. Night.
Breeze now on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. To try again after the sack. Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ridley, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Shift. He's checking. Crash. Check 26.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
My 54. Go red, 80. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. David Njoku, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to...
He's got a man, complete. He got 29 yards that time. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught. Jones. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 27, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
0-2, 0-2. 57, right? You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check.
Breeze now.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Here's Breeze. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Donald. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Elliott on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
57 to Mike. I smell fear in that offense.
Breeze to throw on second down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Timmy Jernigan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
12 yards there and a first down. Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation,
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Check 55. Red 80. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, we got red 80.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down, it's Jones. A gain there of 21 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Rush in. Rush in.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
46-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Young lady.
Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Here we go, son. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now it's Darnold. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Check. Hey, Delta.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 20.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side, but how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
You're good. That's 4. Ready. Kill.
On 2nd down and 4. Breeze. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Timmy Jernigan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got Green. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Virgil Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws. They become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Darnold now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Whoa. 57. Mike, 57. I got it.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll fake to Peterson, and now Breeze. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Deion Sims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Packers 27, Broncos 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Packers take over 2nd and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold completes it, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. No, lady. Check 24. Check 24.
Now Jones. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before,
and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Chark His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Darnold now to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
It's game, baby. Inside. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Watch the run.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw is Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Ready?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Breeze. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
57 to Mike. Hey, that's good.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with Johnson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Oh, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched it all week.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send them out to the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Darnold now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Mike's by 4. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Man, 80. Mike's 54. Hey, Zoo.
Now Darnold. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kyler Fackrell, the linebacker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's second down.
We're going to start. 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Ladies. Right there.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. On first and 10, Darnold.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. Puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. On second down now, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, That's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down.
17-yard line.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Ready? 95-56.
On second down, Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Ready? 5-8.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Ready? Yellow ready? Check 15. Try now. Sammy!
Shotgun now for Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal.
Brandon, I go ahead and kick it right now. I know it's only second down, but I kick it and give myself a little margin for error here.
Don't wait for third. Have the extra down just in case.
If something goes wrong, messed up snap, anything like that, you fall on it, guess what? It's third down. You still have the ball. You still have a chance to kick it.
Mike 57. I'm coming.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of great.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on